Happy Sunday. Welcome to the new video because I'm pretty sure that I am starting a new video. I think this is the first clip. I have not filmed at all today because I took the first part of the day off and I actually went and got a manicure and a pedicure, and it was glorious. After having my mental breakdown this weekend, I just needed some like woo-saw time. But I turned on the camera. It is Sunday night at 10:20, but I just finished prepping all of my activities for speech this week. So I wanted to pop on here really quickly before I pack them up and put them in my bag to bring to school and show you guys what we are doing. So I decided to go with an Earth Day theme, and I'm really, really excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Excuse my janky glue gun back here, but it's cooling down, so I couldn't put it away yet. And then I was watching Parenthood on my iPad. It's one of my favorite shows, and it's almost over. I've already watched it through, like, I think once. And I'm almost done with my second time, but y'all, that show gives me all the feels. Okay, let's move in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 activities to show you this week. I think this is the most that I've prepped for 1 week. But I'm getting to know, even though the school year is almost over, which is crazy, it is my first year, so like I'm learning so much that I'm getting better at adapting my activities for my groups. I hope that makes sense, but anyway, let's get into it. So for my little guys, I have learned that they love books. So when they come to me in groups of 5 or less, and when I say my little guys, I mean like my 1st and 2nd graders. And if you are new to my channel, I work at a special needs school. It's 1st grade through 12th grade. It's a private school, so small classes, and every kid in the school is a child with special needs. So when I say my little guys, I'm pretty much talking about 1st grade, 2nd grade. We are going to be reading this book, You Choose, and again, this is when they come to the speech room, so in groups of 5 or less. This is a book that I got from Usborne when I had my book party on Facebook with them. So it's a really good book to elicit language. So you choose if you could go anywhere, and then they will tell me which one of these places they choose and why, and then who would you like for family and friends, and they'll get to tell me like robot or the king and the queen or the Viking or the artist. So we're gonna do this with my little kiddos when they come in to the speech room. And then, sorry that my hair's looking crazy. I should have done something about this, but this is me. Here we are. We're gonna continue on. When the my middle-aged group comes to me, so like my upper elementary and my middle schoolers, or my lower middle schoolers, so I'll probably do this with 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grades. It's called Earth Day Roll and Name. I got this on TPT. It was actually a freebie. I did not create this. It was created by Kay Ratliff, listingforlanguage.blogspot.com. So you can go look that up if you're interested. And here's what it looks like. So each student is going to get one of these mats, and I laminated everything. So I have 5 of these printed off because, like I said, I have groups of 5 or less typically that come to me. So they will each get a mat, and then I have a big dice here. And this is a foam dice. I got it from Amazon. I will link it down in the description box below. It came in a pack of like 10 or 12, and I use these for everything. And I love that they are not loud when the kids roll them on the table because they're foam. So definitely a win. And then I also have all of these little cards here. So what we're gonna do, I'm reading the directions, so that's why I'm looking down. Each student is going to get one of these mats, and then I'm going to stack these cards in the center face down, and they are going to take turns choosing one at a time. So it says, like, all of them have like little prompts to do with like the earth and Earth Day and things like that. So if they roll like a 4, then they have to name 4 things found in the forest. And then once they answer that, they get to place this on the number 4. The goal is to fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they want to roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. And then whichever number they roll is how many they have to answer for that card. So name things found in an ocean. So if they rolled a 2, they'd have to name 2. So this is just a cute little fun game, and I know that my kids are going to love it because they love anything where there is a winner. And speaking of winter, that brings me right into our next activity. Let me grab it over here. Ugh. When I push into the classrooms, I do a whole group social skills lesson. And at my school, we are using a program called Superflex this year. It's a really good program. I'm really enjoying it, and the kids really are taking to it as well. So that's the doorknob. I keep thinking that's like a second bun, and I'm like, what is happening here? Okay, it's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed after this. And anyway, in the Unthinkables program, or in the Superflex program, we introduce our kiddos to these villains called Unthinkables. We have learned about, I don't have them with me right now, but quite a few of them, like Rock Brain, Brain Eater, Was Funny Once, and all of these characters like cause us to do something. So we address that, and then we also talk about strategies on how to defeat this unthinkable. So the unthinkable that we're learning about this week is, his name is Destroyer of Fun, or DOF. He looks like an angry basketball. And he causes us to be overly competitive, insists on going first, plays only what he wants to play, does not compromise, argues about rules of games, and then I always give, and these are all like Velcroed on. So it's what he causes, an example of somebody having a DOF moment, and then how to defeat him. And this is not in my TPT store because I don't have the rights to these characters because I didn't come up with them. I just make these in PowerPoint. Like I get the image off Google and then I just make it in PowerPoint. And I have one for every single character. So the example is Jace is beating Luke at a basketball game. Luke yells, "This game is dumb. I want to play something else. You're cheating anyway." So he's obviously having a Destroyer of Fun moment. And then how we can defeat him: be flexible and try playing new games. Make sure you are being fair, no cheating, and friendly, even if you are not winning. So we will go over this, and then I will have a few of the kiddos share a moment when they have had a Destroyer of Fun moment, and then how they overcame it or how they could have overcame it. And then we will play a game where we review all of the unthinkables that we have learned thus far in the school year, which, like I said, is quite a few. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're doing in high school next. So with high school, I only do push in. They don't come to me, so I do whole class with high school. So what we are doing is and again, I do like social skills type things with them. We are going to be learning all about body language. So I just made this up. So this product will be in my TPT store, and my TPT store is always linked down in the description box below. So it says, body language is how we communicate with our bodies. We use it to show others how we are feeling without using words. Our body language can give others positive vibes or negative vibes. And that's what that looks like, just a simple little graphic thing. And then I have 2 bags. There's hot glue strings all over them. I have 2 brown bags, one that says negative vibes and one that says positive vibes. And what we are going to do is I'm going to have the kiddos choose one of these, and they are going to either, well, what they're going to do, I'm going to have them all mixed up. I'll go like this, they'll choose one, they'll read it, but they won't read it out loud. And what they're gonna do is act it out. So if they pull, let's see, like a scowl, they'll just stand in front of the class and make a scowl, and the rest of the class is gonna have to decide if that is giving them positive vibes or negative vibes. And then I'll have one of the other kids come up and put it in either the negative vibes bag or the positive vibes bag, and then the student who drew the card will tell them what the word was and like explain whether they were, like they agree or disagree, whether it was positive or negative. So that is what I'm doing in high school. That's gonna help them kind of understand body language, and then it really elicits a lot of conversation because they're really good and they get really into like the discussion portion, which I love. Working with high school is actually one of my favorites, and I did not expect that at all. I thought I was gonna be like terrified of them. I was terrified of them, but they are one of my favorite groups to work with. Okay, next. We'll do this one. This is what I am doing. Oh goodness, y'all, everything is spread out all over my office right now. This is what I'm doing with my highest disability class. So we are doing an I can listen and follow directions activity, and I have tons of these in my TBT store, but this is an Earth appreciation I can listen and follow directions activity. So this is what it looks like, and I have 6 directions here that I am going to read and have them follow. So each student will get one of these, and this is when I go into their classroom, so I'm with a whole class at a time. So I do this because it helps with listening and following directions. It helps with fine motor because it's a lot of like coloring and cutting and all that kind of stuff. There's no cutting in this one, but so in the top right section, draw a blue flower, a purple flower, and a yellow flower. So the top right section. In the bottom left section, draw your favorite thing to do outside. In the bottom right section, draw your favorite animal. Write your full name on the bottom of the page. I don't like to have them do that first because I want them to learn that they need to wait for directions. So I always have a couple students, like as soon as I hand out the paper, they're wanting to scribble their name right away, and I'm like, oh, did you hear me say to write your name on the paper? So I always try to like throw that in the middle just to kind of like make sure that they're actually listening and following directions. Flip the page over, draw a picture of what you think a clean, healthy earth looks like. And then the last direction is in the top left section, write or draw one way that you can take care of our planet. So that is what I am doing with my low kiddos. And then the next one, I did not create this. Oh, that will be in my TBT store as well. This one I did not create. I got this as a freebie on TPT. It is by Superpower Speech, Earth Day Social Problem Solving, Prompts to Work on Social Language. And I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but it was a freebie, so I just wanted to print it and prep it just in case I needed, like a backup plan for something, like if something didn't work or anything like that. So it's just like Earth Day problem solving cards, so I'll read a couple. Christy is going to plant her flowers. How can you ask her to help? Your class is going to clean up the garden bed. How can you ask to be in charge of raking? How can you suggest planting a tree to your teacher for Earth Day? Henry wants to spend Earth Day spending time with nature. How can you ask to join him? And things like that. So I don't know what I'm using this for, but it's kind of like a just in case I have it prepped activity. And then the last activity, I'm so excited about this, and it will be in my TPT store for sure because I made it. So I have quite a few brown paper bags here, and they are all labeled. So we have paper, we have plastic, glass, electronics, metal and aluminum, and food remains. And this is just practicing categories and sorting with some of my kiddos. So I have all 6 of these categories. I have 3 cards that go with them, and then I just have a label so that whenever I have them together, I can just keep them organized. So for plastic, we have like a plastic water jug, a plastic milk jug, and like a laundry detergent thing. So again, there's plastic, glass, metal and aluminum, paper, electronics, and food remains. So I'm going to have the kiddos come and choose a card. They will all be face down, and they are going to come up, choose a card, and then we are going to sort by putting them in the correct bags. So I think that's it. That is what we are doing in the speech room next, well, in speech, because I'm not always in the speech room, but you know what I'm saying. That's what we're doing in speech next week, and I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am going to go clean all this up, pack it all up, and get it ready for school on Tuesday, but I will chat with you guys tomorrow. I wanted to do a quick outfit of the day. I just got home from school. It is 3:45. My hair is crazy because I did a few Go Noodles with my last class. It was so much fun. That was my first time like participating in Go Noodle dances, and it was intense. It was very intense. That's a good word for it. So my outfit of the day, I have on my glasses, which are from Firmoo. My hair is seriously falling. It looked really cute this morning. My Firmoo glasses, my Forever 21 earrings that I wear all the time, my Kendra Scott necklace that I wear all the time. I have my t-shirt that I showed you guys in my last video from my friends on Instagram, Nicole and Rachel. They are not selling them anymore right now, but it says laminate, coffee, therapy, repeat. Accurate. I have on a leopard belt, which, y'all, like I wanted to have like a little pop of like color. So I was like, oh, let's tuck in the shirt and wear a belt today. So I did that. Going pee was such a struggle. Like it was such a process. So I was like, okay, note to self, no more belts to school. I just have on my regular Apple Watch band, like the black one. And then, so I have this belt, which is from Target. I have on my black pixie pants from Old Navy. And then they're rolled up at the bottom, and I have on my shoes that my grandma got me. They're the Naturalizer brand. Y'all, they're getting dirty, but they are so stinking comfortable. I love them. And then I have my white manicure that I love. It's kind of blurry. Sorry, you get the picture. So that was my outfit of the day. And now I'm going to flip you around and kind of talk about how the day went. Okay, so today was a good day in the sense that I loved seeing the kids. Like they were like not like misbehaving or anything like that, but the activities were kind of meh. I did the Earth Day roll one where they like roll the dice and they have to answer the question. To be honest, it was just kind of over some of their heads, so I had to like adapt a lot of the things that I did, which we made it work. Like I figured out stuff that could help them target their goals and stuff like that. But that activity, I kind of like, you know, it's a great activity, but it was just a little bit too over my kids' heads. So like one of the questions was like, how can you reuse a glass bottle or a plastic bottle? Like they were like, recycle it. Like they just didn't understand it. Like it was too much scaffolding and not enough like of them actually doing the activity, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to share that because I feel like I always come on here and I'm like, oh, the activities were great. And usually they are, like the ones that I come up with, like 9 times out of 10, like they're awesome, they're a hit, but this one just wasn't. So I wanted to make sure that I kept it real and shared that with you guys. And then what else? Oh, so I also, since we're keeping it real, why don't we just go into this now? I have been really struggling lately, mentally, emotionally. Like I am just like exhausted, and I know it's finals time, and so that's not helping, but like I have just been, this Go Noodle hair, y'all, it is something else. But anyway, so I've just been really struggling a lot lately. I haven't been taking care of myself, as in I'm not getting enough sleep and I'm not fueling my body with like whole healthy foods. Hi, Bubba. Like I normally do. I still am getting my workouts in, thankfully, but it just like, I had a crying episode this weekend and I feel like I'm having them too often. And while yes, I do have a very full plate, I am working 3 jobs and I am in grad school, it's just not healthy for me to wake up at 6:30 every morning and then work until 10:30 and then go to bed at like midnight. It's not good for anyone. It's not good for me. It's not good for my friends. It's not good for my family. It's not good for my husband. So I'm really trying to implement some changes in my life that will just help me be a better me. I know that sounds cheesy, but I don't really know how else to say it. So a couple things that I'm doing. I track macros currently, and I have been for 2 years. This month, April, is 2 years that I've tracked macros. So I kind of just eat whatever I want as long as it fits in my numbers for the day. Well, instead of doing that, I am going to be trying to pick and choose foods that give me just better mental clarity. They just make me feel better from the inside out. I ordered a book today. I will share it because I actually paid like an extra $5 for it to get here today. So once I get that in the mail, it's not here yet from Amazon, I will turn the camera back on and show you. But I was listening to a podcast this morning, and this lady who wrote this book was the guest. And it's Rachel Hollis's podcast. I think it's called like Deus Podcast or something. She's the girl who wrote Girl Wash Your Face. So it's her podcast, and she had a guest on there, and I bought the guest book. And she's a dietitian, I want to say dietitian or nutritionist or something. And everything she was saying, like I already know it all, but the way she was saying it was just so like simple. I don't know. It was just like, duh, why aren't I doing that? So anyway, I'm gonna read that book and kind of change my eating habits a little bit. I think I want to do like a higher fat diet, like healthy fats, just because I feel like they are going to keep me full for longer, so I'm not gonna like want to snack as much, and I feel like they're gonna give me a lot of like mental clarity. But I'll keep you posted on that book. I'll let you know if it's any good, if I notice any changes, things like that. I also want to get better about getting ready when I wake up. So on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I work from home, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I usually just wake straight up, stay in my pajamas, go make a cup of coffee, and plant myself at my desk until like 1 p.m. And I stay in my pajamas working solid until like 1. So I wanna start waking up and having like a morning routine where I like read my book, which yes, I do read my book, but I haven't been consistent with it every morning. So I wanna have like a consistent morning routine where I wake up, have my coffee, read my book, journal, go change and like put on, like wash my face, brush my teeth, like all of that kind of stuff. Like before I catch myself sitting at my desk for like hours into the afternoon, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I need to go get ready for the day, kind of a thing. And then the third thing that I want to implement is a solid nighttime routine. I want to have a shut off time for work, and then I want to be in bed by 10:30 because I wake up at 6:30, and I need to start making good sleep a priority. So I want to be off of my phone by 10 p.m. and in bed by 10:30. And I want to, instead of like being on my phone in bed, maybe have a book by my nightstand, like an actual book, and like read. So just little things like that, and I feel like just really getting back to the basics is really gonna help me mentally, because I've just been so exhausted and run down, and I really think those like little things are going to make such a big difference. And since I always share everything with you guys, I wanted to be transparent, and maybe some of you guys can relate, and maybe some of you guys can take some of the tips that I'm using and implementing to help yourselves, you know? So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on how those things go, but I did want to share them. But I am going to go unpack my lunchbox and get started with, I have one homework assignment that I need to do tonight, and then my husband should be home within an hour and a half or so, and we're gonna hit the gym together. Tomorrow is actually our wedding anniversary, 4 years. We have been dating since 2006. I was a junior in high school when we met. Was I a junior or sophomore? I was a sophomore in high school when we met, and a junior in high school when we started dating, and we got married 4 years ago. So we've been together for a very long time. But I'm excited that tomorrow is our anniversary. I'm actually not going to class tomorrow night. It's my last class of the semester, and I'm not going. I haven't missed any this whole semester, but I am skipping tomorrow to make memories with my husband instead, and I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my life together, and I will turn the camera back on when that book comes so that I can show you guys, so I'll talk to you then. All right, guys, we just got home from the gym. My self-care is off to a good start tonight. We walked the dogs before we went to the gym because I wanted to just get outside with them. It's so pretty in Florida right now. I want to take advantage of the weather before it gets like disgustingly, unbearingly hot, which is probably gonna happen in like less than a month. Usually May is when it hits. But when we got home, my book was in the mail. So I am about to go run a bath and start reading this. So it's a pretty hefty book. Like it was, I think, $20, and it's hardback. Kelly LeVeque is her name. Body Love, Live in Balance, Weigh What You Want, and Free Yourself from Food Drama Forever. I am on board with that. And the foreword is by Jessica Alba. And there's actually, I didn't know this until I was listening to another podcast with her on it, but there are quite a few recipes in here, smoothie recipes. She's very big on smoothies. So I'm really excited to get into this, and I will make sure to keep you guys posted if I enjoy it, if I'm learning anything from it, and I will link it down in the description box below if you are interested in getting a copy for yourself. But I am going to go run my bath with a bath bomb, of course, and get started reading this book, and I will chat with you guys tomorrow. Guys, Guys, I got a new light for my desk from Target, and I love it so stinking much. Gold, white, and marble. Yes, let me have it. Okay. Hi, hello friends. I feel like I have not talked to you guys in forever because I did not turn on the camera at all yesterday. Yesterday was mine and my husband's wedding anniversary, and it was wonderful. He got me the coolest gift ever. He got me these bobs, and I am absolutely obsessed with them. I had never heard of bobs until my friend Michelle, Miss Creative Scribbles on Instagram, and she also is a YouTuber, Creative Scribbles. She is obviously an art teacher, and she talks about bobs all the time. So when I opened these, I like freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, I've actually heard of these. But he got them for me because I'm obsessed, like unhealthily obsessed with pit bulls. And these go to, look at that, Bobs for Dogs, so stinking cute. They go to help this organization called, I'm trying to read the tag, I left it on so I could tell you, Best Friends Animal Society. And they help save the lives of dogs and cats too. So I am obsessed. So I got those. I got this headband from Lululemon for workouts. And then I got my new Lululemon pants that I'm trying to show you, but I'm sitting, so I'm just gonna stand on my chair. This is fine, it's okay. It's okay, right? So they have like the mesh, and I love the color. This is like the worst OOTD of my life, but it's okay. And they're so comfortable. I love them. And then we went and had tacos, chips and guac, and margaritas for dinner, and it was so good. And what else did we do? Oh, we got couples massages. He got me flowers and fruit, and it was amazing. Like, and I was hardly on social media or my phone like at all yesterday, and it was just, oh, it was so needed. I did have class last night, but it's all good. Speaking of, I have a whole list, guys, of things that I want to talk to you about. So let's just go down the list here. So speaking of eating, I told you guys we went out to dinner last night, but obviously I did not make the best choices, but it was our anniversary, so it's fine. I showed you guys this book. I believe that's the last time we chatted, actually. And she is an advocate of a higher fat diet. So I've been trying to implement more fats in my meals just to keep me fuller for longer. And I did it today, and you guys, it has helped so much. I want to start eating bigger meals and not snack as much throughout the day, because honestly, I just feel like every time you eat, like you have to make the meal, you have to clean up the meal. So I'd rather just eat like 3 big, huge meals a day rather than 5 smaller ones, which is what I've always done. So far, so good. So that is that. I seriously am just going down the list and checking off as I talk to you guys about things. Let's see. Oh, I have 2 assignments left for grad school. Let me just show you this. I have 2 assignments left in 1 class, and I'm so happy. Like, you guys, I can see the light. It's right there, like right there. I can almost touch it. I'm like, oh, so excited. So we're planning, one of the assignments is a group assignment. It's like a big project, and we are planning, I already finished my part, thankfully. Our goal is to submit it tomorrow night so we don't have to worry about it over the weekend. And then I have an exam next week, like a regular, like multiple choice, 50 question exam. So I have that next week. It opens on Monday, and I think we have until Sunday or something to take it, but I'm just gonna take it on Monday, get it out of the way, and then I have class on Wednesday, and then I am finished with my 2nd semester of grad school. And then I start practicums this summer, so everyone is telling me that the rest of the semesters are just going to fly because of practicum, which I am not complaining about that at all. And then, oh yeah, work today. I did not talk to you guys about that. I think I filmed a little clip of the board in the speech room today because I told you guys that on Tuesday when I did the Earth Day activity, like, it was okay, but I was just, I didn't love it, so I changed it. So what we did was, what did I call it? An Earth Day roll and chat. So I drew 12 circles up on the board, and then I wrote topics, WH questions mostly, in the circles, and I had the kids roll the dice. They all had a mat in front of them that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if they rolled a 1, they'd have to find one of the 2 questions on the board that had a 1, read it and answer it, and then they got to cross off the 1 on their chart. The first person to cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was the winner. They absolutely loved it. Like, it was so simple. I thought of it this morning. Like, I was sitting in my chair, like at my little table, and I was like, okay, what can we do that, like, I'm not gonna have to prep anything because I don't have time and I'm not at home. So that's what we did, and it was a hit, and it worked, and I'll take it. I will take it. So that was that. It was just a really good day at work. I am getting very, very sad about the thought of not being there next year, but I know I have to do what's best for me, and my schedule is going to be even busier because of practicum, so just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm going to insert a little video here of something that happened at school today, so I'll put it right here. Take care of the earth, Richard.
Don't pee in the ditch.
And I was just like, excuse me, what? That's one of the hardest parts about being, like, working with kids for me, is like not laughing when they say things that are like so off the wall. Like, I just want to bust out laughing, but as the adult you have to like reel it in and like make sure that everybody holds it together. And oh my gosh, I was crying on the inside. It was so funny. And then I also wanted to say that I love my coworkers so very much. We kind of had like a little powwow chat after work today, and they were all teasing me about my YouTube videos because I guess they watch them. So hi guys, hello. But I'm gonna be really sad to leave them next year too because they are amazing and they make work so much fun. But anyway, my husband is waiting for me. We are going to head to the gym. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this video here so that I can get it posted. What is today? Today is Thursday. I'll probably post it on Saturday because tomorrow I'll be working on that assignment that I told you guys about. And then I do plan on next week filming like a reflection of my second semester of grad school and just kind of giving you guys the rundown on that. So if you have any questions, leave those down in the comments below so that way I can just tack them onto that video and I can just come here to find them. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.